Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's read on Unsolved Disappearance of Stacy Peterson. Um, so, as I understood, her husband is some kind of involved and he's serving in prison his time. So he was like a main suspect. Okay, let's have a look what truly happened. How exactly she disappeared and where she could possibly be found. Well, honestly, it already looks terrible. Alright, so what I see here. Stacy Peterson's story is one of those cases where the truth has always been buried under layers of control, manipulation, and the shadows of a man who believed he could outsmart everyone around him. And the energy around this case still feels heavy, calculated, and dominated by one central figure. And yes, it points at her husband. So from the moment Stacy disappeared, it was clear that husband held every piece of the puzzle. His presence in the cards shows a man who was deeply controlling, possessive, and obsessed with maintaining power. He appears as someone physically strong, broad-shouldered, with an authoritative, almost intimidating posture, the kind of a man who walks into a room expecting obedience. So, in the narrative that un unfolds, Stacy tried to pull away from his control. She was young, vibrant, intuitive, already seeing danger long before anyone else did. She made a small plans, um, confined it uh, in the wrong people, and hoped to gather the courage to leave. But the husband noticed. He monitored. He tightened the leash more tightly. So the confrontation that took her life wasn't random. It was a culmination of a month of escalating fear, arguments, and the man losing his grip. That final moment happened inside a home, late evening or early night, when Stacy tried once again to speak her truth. and her responded with force, meant to silence her forever. And so afterwards, he acted quickly and methodically. There is a strong indication that he worked alone, not because he didn't have connections, but because he didn't trust anyone enough to let them into his most damning secret. He transported her shortly after, under the cover of the night, to a location that feels isolated, um, undeveloped, connected to water and old ground, possibly a marshy or wooded uh, drainage area, a place he was already familiar with from work routes, or past patrols. So the distance um, doesn't feel far. And this isn't a multi-state job. It feels within an hour from the home, in an area where abandoned structures, overgrowth, and also old access roads intersect. Some are semi-hidden, not by deep wilderness, but by the uh, neglect. Something like a small preserve, retention basin, retention basin, old service lands, or a path, patch or of property near a waterway that hasn't been maintained. So why hasn't she been found? It's because the exact spot feels sunken, eroded, or particularly submerged over time. Nature and weather have slowly covered what was left behind. As for the man husband, his energy remains arrogant, self-assured, and convinced that the lack of physical evidence means he won. He still holds on to the belief that Stacy ran away, a story he repeats even to himself because it's easier than acknowledging what he did. But the truth is not gone. It's just buried, but not erased. And the path to answers now lies in returning to areas connected to his old routines, work routes, hunting spots, bodies of water he frequently passed. Um, so the investigation should focus on locations he could reach quickly without being seen, especially spots he knew wouldn't draw attention at night. So, and even though justice has moved slowly, the energy suggests that her truth will still rise, whether though whether through land disturbance, unexpected discovery, or finally uncovering the exact ground he chose. So Stacy's story isn't just finished yet. It will still continues. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit like, subscribe to the channel. I really need your support. Write your comments as well. Um, and see you guys very soon in the next videos. Thank you, and bye-bye.